So hello class, quantum number. That is actually our next topic. That is your next topic, quantum number. The use of quantum number is about how we learn that how many number of electrons are present in the atom, what are their magnetic behavior, what are their spins, what are their energy levels, all details about, all the informations about the electron can be obtained by, can be calculated by the quantum number. These are some set of some numbers. Quantum number is the set of the different numbers. With the help of different numbers only, we are able to learn all the information related, to the electron in an atom. As we discussed the previous topics about the different models, so with the help of model, we actually learn about, we are able to learn about the some of the basic key features about the atom and their arrangement of electrons. But students, actually, other than this, we have to be learn one more thing. The exact number of electron, the exact spin of electrons, magnetic moment, spin magnetic moment, energy of electron, number of cells, subcells, orbitals, whatever you want to learn, the all information can be gathered with the help of this quantum number. So quantum number are actually the set of some simpler numbers that will give you information about all these things. So let's start the topic. What is the meaning and what are different types of quantum numbers are? Actually, the quantum numbers are classified into 4 different categories. But I think before knowing the quantum number, first you should learn where the electrons are actually located in an atom. According to the Schrödinger wave equation and Heisenberg uncertainty principle, electrons can be only find out with the help of probability of finding the position. Electrons are actually probable around the nucleus, not a fixed in any position. So that maximum probability of electron around the nucleus is actually called orbital. I'll look at the diagram. Suppose this is nucleus. Suppose this is nucleus. So these dots around the nucleus actually showing are indicating the probability of finding the electron. These all dots are indicating the possibilities or probability of electron around the nucleus. This is the electron cloud. This is called electron cloud of one electron. The electron can be probable around the nucleus at different angles, different positions, different energy levels that we have to be discuss here. This is called electron cloud. This is called electron cloud. There are 2 different positions around the nucleus where the maximum probability of electron, that is called electron cloud, and also known as orbitals of an electron, and where there is a minimum probability of electron or absence of electron around the nucleus, that is called node. The point is called nodal point. The plane is called nodal plane. First you have to learn node. Node means the electron probability is a minimum or zero. And orbital means the electron probability is a maximum. And formation of electron cloud. Electron cloud means the different dots, the different possibilities of electron in a certain region, in a certain volume around the nucleus. Electrons available in all space at the same time. Because of the very high velocity, electrons always present with the same time in all possible area, that is called orbital. And where electron cannot be possible, that is called node. So this is about the orbital. Except this, what you have to be learned, look here. Actually, the main around the nucleus, we consider the different energy levels. The first, the principal energy level is called a cell. That is also known as orbit. And the cell, the principal energy level, further is splitted in a sub-energy level called subcells. Subcells, the sub-energy levels actually situated in the different axes around the nucleus, like x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. So according to different coordinates, the subcell further divided into orbitals. And electrons directly belongs to these orbitals. So you can say that electrons directly belongs to orbitals, orbitals belong to subcells, and subcell belongs to cell. These all different types of coordinates and energy levels available around the nucleus at a time. With the help of quantum number, we try to find out the principal energy level, the sub-energy level, the different coordinates, the number of electrons, the spin, the magnetic moment, the spin magnetic moment, the energy value, all the different things can be actually obtained. That is called the quantum numbers. The quantum number further divided into four different types. The quantum number further divided into four different types. Look here. Quantum numbers actually divide into four categories. The first is called principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number is the second, magnetic quantum number, and then the last is spin quantum numbers. Principal quantum number indicated by small m, small m, small m, or small s. So there are total NLMS, that is called the set of NLMS, principal, azimuthal, magnetic, and spin. Students, principal quantum number is actually indicated the cell. Directly what you have to learn, the principal quantum number indicates the cell. The azimuthal quantum number indicates the subcells. The magnetic quantum numbers indicate the orbitals. And the spin indicates the number of electrons with their spins. So you have to learn these four quantum numbers. Let's learn the value, how to decide the different value for these quantum number. Actually, the principal quantum number is non-zero integral positive integral value. Non-zero positive integral value. Always. total all elements which are discovered till date, that is 118 element, and all elements actually contains maximum number of cells, that are a 7. Only 7 number of cells are used. This can be further expanded depending upon the discovery of the different elements in the future. But right now we have to learn only 7 different types of principal quantum number 1 to 7, which is also indicated by the letters K, L, O, P, and Q. So letters also, the first cell always indicated by letter K, then so on. This K actually stand here knock. The K stand here knock. Actually, the scientists given that letter basis of the spectroscopy. When they discovered the number of cell, actually the radiation emitted by the atoms when first strike on the photographic plate, they termed as knock knock. Knock knock. Standing here that the radiation emitted from the atomic spectra actually fall on the surface. So the first cell radiation when strike, they termed as knock, and the first letter of that knock is used as a name of the cell. And other letters are just alphabet. Other letters are just alphabet. After K, then K11, OPQR. Same way, the azimuthal quantum number is actually depends upon the principal quantum number, and value of it always depend upon the value of n, because the cell consists of subcells. The cell consists of subcell. The Zeeman and Stark effect, the limitation of the Bohr's model, when we are discussing about the Bohr's discussing about the availability of electron around the nucleus in a certain circular orbit. But one of the famous scientists called Zeeman and one of the famous scientists called Stark, they actually elaborate the radiation emitted by the hydrogen spectra, and that was he actually given the term. Whenever the atoms placed in the magnetic field and electric field, their principal energy level further is splitted in the some energy levels called subcells. And the value of subcells L equal to 0, 2 and minus 1. Value of L is always equal to 0 to n minus 1. But look one thing, this n can only be 4. This n can only be 4. The value of n can only be 1 to 4, not 5, 6, 7. So when n equal to, for example, if value of n is first cell, so L will be 0. If n will be 2, then L will be 0 and 1. And there are only 4 possibilities. Number of L is always equal to the number of n. Number of digits used in the number of L is always equal to the number of digits used in the number of n. So you can see there is 1 digit, there is also 1 digit. 2, there are also 2 digits. 3, so value will be 3. And maximum value will be 0, 1, 2, 3. For example, look at the case. 4 different possible subcells around the nucleus. Only 4 different subcells. The azimuthal quantum number, according to azimuthal quantum number, only 4 possible subcells can be present around the nucleus in any given cell. But in the case of first cell, only first orbital present, first subcell present, the value of here is 0, 1, 2, and 3. You should be learn, this is the fixed value. This is a fixed constant value. For D subcell, the value of L will always be 2, F subcell 3, P subcell 1, and S subcell 0. These all letters have a specific meaning. These all letters having a specific meaning. For example, S stand here sharp, P stand here principal, D stand here diffused, F stand here fundamental. So on the basis of sharp, principal, diffused, and fundamental, depending upon the quality of the subcells in the cell, they give a first letter of this word. Sharp, S, principal, P, diffused, D, fundamental, F. So 4 possible subcells are there. Value of P always will be confirmed. Value of L always will be confirmed. If N will be 5, if N will be 5, then again value of L will be the same 0, 1, 2, 3. For N equal to 6, value again will be same 0, 1, 2, 3. For N equal to 7, value again will be same 0, 1, 2, 3. The interesting thing is when N equal to 4 and so on, the value will be remain same called 0, 1, 2, 3. But for the N equal to 1, the value is only 1, N equal to 0. For value equal to N equal to 2, value will be 0, 1. Look at the condition. Look at the condition. Actually, this is called value of N. Look here. N equal to 1, then 0, N equal to 2, then N equal to 3, N equal to 4. So this is the value of L, what we have to be learned. Now moving towards the value of M, magnetic quantum number, which actually indicates the number of orbitals with their coordinates. And these are the M equal to the M equal to the value of M is always depend upon the value of L, which is minus L, 2 plus L and 0. Minus L, 2 plus L and 0. This is very interesting. Mathematically, 0 is in between minus and plus, but here 0 will be in the last or 0 will be in a starting. This have to be used minus L, 2 plus L, then 0. For example, suppose L equal to 0, then look at the value. For L equal to 1, the M will be minus 1, plus 1 and 0. Whatever the value of L will be, the M from starting the minus 2 plus L and 0, including 0. That is the whole value. For example, if L will be 3, that is the maximum value of L. If L will be 3, then M will be minus 3, minus 2, plus 1, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, plus 1, plus 2, and plus 2. This is all about all the values here. Look at the condition. Look at the condition. If L equal to 2, then M equal to minus 2, -1, +1, +2, and 0. If I'm using L equal to 3, then denominator 2, -3, -2, -1, +1, +2, +3. Look at the value. This is the maximum condition only. For L equal to 0, M will be 0. This indicates the first, the S subcell. L equal to 0 means S subcell having only one orbital. P subcell. L equal to 1 means P subcell having 3 different orbitals with the quantum number value minus and plus. This is showing the possibility of the orbitals around the nucleus in the different coordinates. For example, look at the case. Actually, the P subcell, why 0 is at last? Because the value of 0 is always constant and other values are not constant. Other values are not constant. For any subcells, when we dealing with the PDF, the value of 0 will always be constant. Other can be vary. So we have to give a fixed position of 0 as at the last or in the beginning. But 0 never be in a middle, as in a number line mathematics. As in a mathematics, the 0 in between the minus and plus in a number line, but here the 0 will be in a beginning either or in a last because of the don't think as these numbers are in according to the increasing or decreasing order of the mathematical sequence. So which one will be a lower, which one will be a higher, then we'll put the value. I can write minus after the plus. This is actually a representative only. This is the result of the different calculations. This is the result of the calculations given by Mr. Schrodinger from their wave equation. All these are the result of the Schrodinger wave equation. We are actually only reading, we're learning only the result. We are not knowing how they are coming from. So just look here, these are the only results. These are not increasing or decreasing order of a mathematical sequence. So 0, how 0 will be the last, how minus will be first, how minus will be the last. This is not about that. You have to be only learn the -1 or +1 is for a representation of the orbital here. For example, these 3 boxes, what I made here, these are actually indicate the different orbitals of P subcell. P subcell having 3 orbitals. For that, the quantum number is -1, +1, and 0. This is only a significance of this topic. Don't go through the mathematical sequence. This is called Px. Look at the value. The name of P subcells are Px, Py, and Pz. The name of the P subcells are, these are the names Px, Py, Pz, where P indicates the name of the subcell and XYZ indicate the coordinate position. So P subcell having 3 of orbitals Px, Py, Pz. This is called S. S subcell having the same orbital called S orbital. Only one orbital is there. In the case of D, there are 5 boxes. These 5 boxes indicate the 5 orbitals present in the D subcells. So D subcell contain 5 orbitals in which the value of 0 will be constant and must be placed in the last. The first boxes are, the name are, look at the name, very interesting names are there. the names are dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, and dz square. Why I placed 0 in the last? Because dz square always will be 0. Pz will be always 0. So these orbitals come in the last. So value of m also will be in the last as 0. And other value, for example, dxy, the value of m will be -2. And for dx square minus y square, the value of m will be +2. This is all in the sequence. This is all in the sequence. But dz square having a constant value called 0. Same way, pz having a constant value called 0. And that's why I placed 0 in the last, not in the middle. These are the value of L and M. What about S? Actually, S indicates the spin of electron in any orbital, which depends upon the value of M. Always having +12 and -12. So, a spin quantum number always having a two different value, the +12, -12, indicating the one direction rotation, a single direction rotation. For example, +12 indicating here clockwise rotation, -12 indicating here anti-clockwise rotation. So, for each value of m having always a two value of s. Always each of the orbital having a two electrons. One will be clockwise direction, other will be anti-clockwise direction. That is called the spin of the electron in an orbit. In an orbital. So each of the orbital having two possibilities of the electron. Each of the orbitals having two possibilities of electron called clockwise, anti-clockwise, which is indicated by upward arrow and downward arrow generally. Upward arrow indicates the clockwise electron. This is only for notation. This is not a structure of electron. This is only for notation, a sign convention. So upward arrow indicates the clockwise electron. Downward arrow indicates the anti-clockwise electron. And these two values always belongs to the each of the value of m. For example, in a first cell, there is only one subcell, and in one subcell there is only one orbital. But in one orbital there is two electrons, one clockwise, one anti-clockwise, and this is why the first cell can accommodate two electrons. But we learn from the class 9. First cell can have a maximum 2 electrons. This is based on this theory. Because first cell having one subcell, one orbital and 2 electrons with a different rotation of a spin called clockwise and anti-clockwise. This is all about the quantum number what you have to be write down on your notebook. There is something more explanation about quantum number that we will explain tomorrow, because today the time is going to run out. So how to use this quantum number? This is only a theory. Now this is only a concept. Now we have to learn how to use quantum number, how to indicate the quantum number for any electron in an atom. All these details, explanation, uses, application and indication for an electron. So complete explanation of this theory will be tomorrow. That will be to be continued. Okay, thank you.